Okay, this is one of my favorite problems, but it seems to me that a lot of you are getting confused. You always get like the first one right, but then you confuse yourself on all the rest. We're simply multiplying the numbers in this column by the numbers in this column. This 5 and this blank meet right here at the 15. That means we're asking 5 times, can't even see that, 5 times what is equal to 15? Okay? Grab a new pen real quick. Let's hope this one works. Now, this 5 and this 8, negative 8, meet right there. So it's asking 5 times negative 8 equals what? This 5 and this negative 3/5 meet right here. So it's asking 5 times negative 3/5 equals what? What's interesting is when I'm correcting these, I almost never see anything written down out here. You're trying to do these things in your head, and it absolutely confuses you. If you would just write them down, you will not be confused. I'm going to write these 3 down. I'm going to solve for each of these, and then I move on. Okay? So 5 times what is 15? Well, that's pretty simple. 5 times 3 is 15. Once again, if you don't know your multiplication tables, you're going to suffer here and in the future. 5 times negative 8. Well, 5 times 8 is 40. And a positive times a negative is a negative. Notice how I did that a piece at a time. So that leaves me with a negative 40 in here. 5 times a negative 3/5. Ooh, let's write that again. That's like 5 over 1 times 3/5. And it's negative. I just moved the negative out front so it's not in the way, and I don't think it's minus that. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 5 is 5, and it's negative. If you don't know how to multiply fractions, you're dying right now. A lot of people got everything right but these two because they just can't multiply fractions. Get back on Khan Academy and figure that out. That's the same thing as a negative 3, by the way. Oh, so it's a negative 3. We put a negative 3 right there. Cool. Well, that one's filled out. Now I need, wait a minute, I can't do 3 times this and get this. A lot of you just guessed on this one. Well, don't. Because if you look down here a little further, negative 8 times what is 32? Wow, that's interesting. Negative 8 times what equals 32? That's this and this meeting right here. So we're asking what this is. Negative 8 times what is 32? I know 4 times 8 is 32. I know this is positive, so I have to have a negative here and a negative here. It has to be a negative 4 to make that work because a negative times a negative is a positive. So I have to put a negative 4 here. Now I can work this one out. 3 times a negative 4 is negative 12. Cool. Negative 12. 8. Oh, we got that one done. Negative 3/5. Is that negative? Yes. Negative 3/5 times a negative 4. Well, I know that's going to be positive. I'm just going to write a reminder right there. And then I look at that and I go, 3/5 times 4, I don't know what that is. Well, let's put that in negative there, remember it. Times 4 over 1. 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 1 is 5. And I am done. I don't even care if you make it into a compound fraction. That is proper enough for me. Okay? Then we're pretty simple. We've got all this and this. What's 3 times 10? 30. What's a negative 8 times 10? Negative 80. Oh, look, I'm done. That's how you work those. And please don't try to do all this stuff in your head. If you have need, make sure you write them down so that you can see which one goes where. Some of you started doing like 3 times 12 and putting a 36 here, and you did all kinds of multiplication that wasn't right because you were trying to do it all in your head. Write each one down until they're very clear to you. Cool? And that is how you do the multiplication squares. I'll continue to put these on here to test you guys about your multiplication. And I'll put fractions on there because, once again, you're not doing fractions right. I'll put addition and subtraction symbols and division symbols here so that you can practice all of those as well. You'll see these again and again and again. Please practice these until you get them.